Hello, my dear. Come close for a moment, not with your body, but with your heart. Let us talk gently, honestly, and very deeply about something that has taken so much energy from so many beautiful souls, the old need to be chosen. And I want to begin with this little hook because perhaps it sounds bold, perhaps even a little strange. Give me 33 minutes and everything you want will chase you. Now, I do not mean this in a frantic way, as if we are going to trick life, manipulate people, or turn love into a game. No, darling. I mean that when you stop chasing, when you stop begging, when you stop performing for approval, when you stop pouring your life force into people and situations that do not honor you, your whole energy changes. You begin to come home to yourself. You begin to stand in your own worth. You begin to glow from a place of inner safety. And when that happens, the right people, the right opportunities, the right love, the right abundance, the right doors begin to recognize you more easily, not because you are chasing them, because you are no longer running away from yourself. I no longer perform for love. I become love. So many people have been taught to please. Smile when you are hurting. Say yes when your body says no. Be easy. Be quiet. Be useful. Be agreeable. Make everyone comfortable. Do not disappoint anyone. Do not have needs. Do not ask too much. Do not take up space. And then, after years of doing this, they wonder why they feel invisible, exhausted, resentful, and strangely unloved. My dear, when you people please, you are not really offering love from fullness. You are offering yourself from fear. You are saying, please approve of me so I can feel safe. Please stay so I can feel worthy. Please choose me so I can stop doubting myself. And other people can feel that. They may not have the words for it, but energy speaks. When you are trying too hard to be chosen, the energy is not peaceful. It is tense. It is hungry. It is reaching. It is asking another person to become the keeper of your worth. That is too much power to give away. True magnetism does not come from proving. It comes from presence. It comes from the quiet knowing, I am enough here. I am lovable here. I am worthy before anyone claps, calls, texts, hires, praises, or chooses me. This does not mean you stop being kind. It does not mean you become cold or selfish. It means your kindness stops being a bargain. You no longer give so that someone will finally give you permission to exist. You give because love moves through you. You say yes when it is true. You say no when it is loving. You help when your heart is open and your energy is available. But you no longer abandon yourself to keep the room peaceful. Peace that requires your self-betrayal is not peace. It is silence over an inner wound. And often, this wound began a long time ago. The little child inside you may have learned that love had conditions. Perhaps the home was tense. Perhaps emotions were unpredictable. Perhaps one parent left, or parents argued, or affection came and went depending on someone else's mood. Perhaps you learned to scan the room before you spoke. Perhaps you learned to be very good, very quiet, very helpful, very impressive, very easy to love. And the child made a little agreement with life. If I am good enough, maybe everyone will be calm. If I am perfect enough, maybe I will not be left. If I do not need too much, maybe they will love me. Oh, my dear one, that child was not foolish. That child was trying to survive. That child was trying to create safety with the tools they had. But you are not that little child anymore. You can hold that child now. You can say, darling, you do not have to perform anymore. You do not have to become small to be safe. You do not have to be the rescuer, the fixer, the one who absorbs everyone else's pain. You are allowed to have needs. You are allowed to be loved without earning it through exhaustion. Place your hand over your heart and let those words touch the younger part of you. The child in me is safe now. I no longer have to earn love. Say it again, softly. The child in me is safe now. I no longer have to earn love. Let the body hear that. Let the nervous system hear that. Let the old pattern hear that a new adult is present now. When the inner child is unhealed, we often confuse overgiving with love. We give too much too soon. We explain too much. We forgive before we are ready. We accept crumbs and call them kindness. We keep trying to heal people who have not chosen healing for themselves. We become the emotional hospital for everyone else, and then wonder why we are tired. But love does not require you to become a rescue center. You are not here to carry everyone's pain, so they will finally call you valuable. You are valuable now. You are worthy now. You are allowed to help from overflow, not depletion. You are allowed to love without losing yourself. And this is why chasing pushes things away. When you chase from lack, the energy becomes tight. You are not simply moving towards something beautiful. You are running from the fear of not having it. You chase the person because you fear being alone. You chase the opportunity because you fear being behind. You chase the money because you fear life will not support you. You chase recognition because you fear you are nothing without it. And in that chasing, you often place the object of desire above your own peace. You say, I will ignore my body if I can keep this. I will ignore my intuition if I can have this. I will ignore my dignity if this person stays. I will ignore my joy if this outcome arrives. My dear, anything that requires you to lose yourself is not your true good in its highest form. The right thing does not need you to destroy your nervous system to keep it. The right love does not require constant panic. The right opportunity does not ask you to hate yourself on the way. The right path may ask effort, courage, patience, and growth, but it will not ask self-abandonment as payment. So when you notice yourself chasing, pause. Do not shame yourself. Simply place your hand on your heart and ask, what am I afraid I will lose? What feeling am I trying to get from this? Where have I left my energy outside of myself? Then breathe and call your energy home. I call my energy back to me. Imagine all the little pieces of your energy returning from people who did not choose you clearly, from messages you keep checking, from outcomes you keep forcing, from conversations you keep replaying, from old rooms where you are still trying to be good enough. See those little pieces coming back like soft golden light. They return to your heart, they return to your body, they return to your breath. And as they return, you begin to feel less desperate, less scattered, less available for confusion. You begin to remember, I am here. I belong to myself. I do not need to chase what belongs to me. I do not need to perform for what is truly aligned. I do not need to beg life to love me. This is the beginning of true attraction. Not a game, not manipulation, not pretending you do not care. True attraction is the energy of wholeness. It says, I love myself enough to stop auditioning for love. I love myself enough to stop begging for respect. I love myself enough to stop feeding the old wound that says I must be perfect to be chosen. And as you stand in that energy, life begins to rearrange. Some people may fall away because they were attached to the version of you who had no boundaries. Let them go. Some opportunities may no longer appeal to you because they required your self-neglect. Bless them and release them. Some relationships may return in healthier ways because your energy has changed. And some new blessings may find you because at last there is space. You see, in every person, there is both a masculine and a feminine current of energy. I am not speaking only of gender here. I am speaking of inner qualities. The masculine energy within you is the part that acts, decides, builds, organizes, protects, plans, speaks clearly, makes the call, sends the application, creates the structure, takes the step. This energy is wonderful. We need it. Without it, dreams remain only mist. Healing never becomes daily practice. Love never becomes honest communication. Abundance never becomes wise action. The feminine energy within you is the part that receives, senses, softens, trusts, feels, allows, rests, listens, opens, and becomes present. This energy is also wonderful. Without it, life becomes all pressure and no pleasure, all effort and no nourishment, all doing and no being. When these two energies love each other inside you, life begins to feel much more balanced. You act when action is needed, and you rest when rest is needed. You pursue your growth, but you do not persecute yourself. You speak your truth, but you do not scream from panic. You plant the seed, and then you let the seed grow. The problem is not action. The problem is action that comes from terror. Many people say they are working hard, but underneath, they are really running from the fear that they are not enough. Many people say they are showing love, but underneath, They are really trying to prevent abandonment. Many people say they are being responsible, but underneath, they are trying to control every outcome because trust feels unsafe. My dear, the body knows the difference. When you act from fear, the shoulders tighten, the jaw holds, the breath becomes shallow. You may send a message, but the energy behind it says, "Please calm my anxiety." You may work on a goal, but the energy behind it says, "If I do not succeed, I am worthless." You may give to someone, but the energy behind it says, "If I give enough, maybe they will stay." This is not freedom. This is old pain trying to manage life. But when you act from alignment, everything feels different. You may still be brave. You may still feel nervous. You may still need discipline, but there is a quiet dignity underneath. You send the message because it is true, not because you are begging. You work on the goal because it expresses your life, not because you hate who you are now. You give because your heart is open, not because you are purchasing love. You set a boundary because peace matters, not because you want to punish anyone. You make the decision, and then you breathe. You take the step, and then you allow life to meet you. This is balanced energy. This is how you become both grounded and receptive. This is how you stop exhausting yourself with chasing and begin cooperating with life. So ask yourself, before you act, what is moving me right now? Is it love or is it fear? Is it clarity or is it panic? Is it self-respect or is it the old need to be chosen? Is it joy or is it comparison? If the answer is fear, pause. Do not shame yourself. Fear is not bad. It is asking for comfort. Place a hand on your heart and say, "Darling, we are safe. We do not need to chase from this place." Then wait until the action becomes clean. Sometimes the same action is right, but the energy must change first. You may still make the phone call, but from calm. You may still apply for the job, but from worth. You may still speak to the person, but from truth. You may still build the dream, but from love. I act with confidence, then I receive with ease. Now let us speak about detachment, because this word frightens some people. They think detachment means, I do not care. I do not want anything. I am cold. I am above desire. No, my dear, that is not detachment. Detachment is not the death of desire. Detachment is the healing of desperation. Detachment means you can desire something deeply and still remain whole while it unfolds. It means you can say, I would love this relationship, this opportunity, this home, this healing, this success, this beautiful opening, and still know my peace does not live only inside this one outcome. That is a very powerful place to stand. You are not pretending you do not want. You are simply no longer tying your entire worth, identity, and happiness to one form. When you are attached in an unhealthy way, the mind becomes narrow. It says, it must be this person. It must happen by this date. it must come through this channel. It must look exactly like my plan. And the body begins to panic because now everything depends on one door. But life has many doors. The universe has more imagination than the ego. The little mind sees one path and says, if this does not happen, I am doomed. The deeper self says, this or something better. I am willing to receive the highest form of my good. Detachment opens space. It allows life to surprise you. It lets the thing that is not truly aligned leave without tearing your soul apart. It lets the thing that is meant for you come without being strangled by fear. What is meant for me can find me without force. Think of holding a bird. If you grip it tightly, you may think you are keeping it safe, but you are frightening it. You are closing your hand around something that needs air. Desire is like that. If you grip the desire so tightly that you cannot breathe, you do not create love. You create pressure. You create fear. You create resistance. But when you hold the desire gently, with an open palm, you are saying, I welcome you if you are right for me. I bless you if you are not. I trust life to know the difference. This is not weakness. It is spiritual maturity. It is the difference between clinging to a shape and trusting the essence. You may desire love, and life may bring it in a form more peaceful than the one you were chasing. You may desire abundance, and life may bring an idea, a skill, a person, or a path you had not considered. You may desire healing, and life may first bring rest, forgiveness, or a new way of speaking to the body. If you cling only to your limited form, you may miss the larger blessing. Detachment also protects your dignity. When you are attached to being chosen by one person, you may abandon yourself to keep them near. When you are attached to one outcome, you may ignore your intuition. When you are attached to one door, you may stand outside it for years while life is opening windows behind you. Detachment says, I desire, but I do not betray myself for the desire. I love, but I do not lose myself in love. I work, but I do not destroy my body for work. I receive, but I do not become afraid that my good can only come one way. This is a beautiful freedom. It lets you be fully alive without being ruled by fear. And now, let us clarify the phrase, wanting nothing, because it is often misunderstood. Wanting nothing does not mean you stop wanting love, money, healing, creativity, beauty, comfort, success, or companionship. Desire is part of life. The soul expands through desire. Wanting nothing means you are no longer wanting from an empty, starving place. It means you are no longer saying, I need this to be okay. Instead, you are saying, I am okay now, and I welcome more good. That is very different. One is begging, the other is receiving. One is desperate, the other is magnetic. One says, I am incomplete until this arrives. The other says, I am whole, and this can add beauty to my life. I desire, but I do not depend. When you are okay before the thing comes, You stop frightening the thing with your need. You stop making one person responsible for your entire emotional life. You stop making one job responsible for your whole identity. You stop making one number in the bank account responsible for your sense of safety. You stop making one future event responsible for your permission to be happy. This does not mean you become passive. It means you become rooted. A rooted person can desire without collapsing. A rooted person can act without chasing. A rooted person can receive without clinging. A rooted person can let go without feeling destroyed. This is the state of true magnetism. Not lack, not hurry, not panic, not pretending, but inner wholeness. Imagine waking up and saying, I would love more abundance, and I am grateful for what I have now. I would love deep love, and I am loving myself now. I would love success, and I honor my path now. I would love healing, and I bless my body now. I would love new opportunities, and I trust life now. Feel the difference. This is not resignation. This is alignment. You are not pushing good away. You are opening the door wider because the body is no longer screaming, "Save me." You become a peaceful place where good can land. You become less needy and more available, less tense and more receptive, less frantic and more alive. The people-pleasing self wants everything now because it believes delay means danger. The healed self understands divine right timing. The old wound wants one person to choose you so that childhood can finally feel repaired. The loving adult within says, I choose myself now, and I allow healthy love to meet me in the right way. The scarcity mind says, grab this chance. There may never be another. The abundant mind says, life has many channels. What is for me will not require self-betrayal. This is how you shift. This is how you move from chasing to attraction. Not by becoming cold, not by pretending you do not care, but by becoming so full of your own presence that desire no longer becomes a chain around your heart. And here is a very practical way to live this. When you want something, name it honestly. Say, yes, I desire this. Do not shame the desire. Then ask, what loving action is mine to take? Take that action. Send the application. Speak the truth. Create the work. Care for the body. Set the boundary. Learn the skill. Open the conversation. And then, after you have acted, return to the feminine space of receiving. Breathe, rest, live your life, laugh, eat well, move your body, bless your home. Continue becoming the person who can hold the blessing. Do not stare at the soil every minute after planting the seed. Do not keep asking the seed, are you growing? Are you growing? Are you growing? Let it grow. I act with confidence, then I receive with ease. If the mind becomes anxious, bring it back with love. Say, I desire, but I do not depend. If the body tightens, soften the shoulders and say, what is meant for me can find me without force. If you feel the urge to chase, pause and ask, am I moving from love or fear? If fear is moving you, wait. Hold the inner child. Tell them, we are safe now. We do not have to earn love by panic. We do not have to earn abundance by exhaustion. We do not have to earn success by self-hatred. Then take the next step only when your energy becomes clearer. You may find that as you practice this, some desires change. Some things you thought you wanted will no longer feel aligned. Some people you thought you needed will no longer feel peaceful. Some outcomes you once clung to will feel too small for the person you are becoming. Let that happen. Desire evolves as consciousness heals. When you were in lack, you may have desired anything that soothed the wound. When you are in wholeness, you desire what honors your soul. That is a beautiful change. Do not mourn every old desire that falls away. Some were only survival strategies dressed as dreams. Bless them, thank them, let them go. Make room for what truly belongs. And if the good has not arrived yet, do not use the waiting to attack yourself. Waiting does not mean you are doing something wrong. Waiting may mean things are aligning. Waiting may mean you are being prepared. Waiting may mean life is bringing a better form than the one you tried to force. Stay faithful to your own energy. Keep acting from love. Keep receiving with softness. Keep releasing the grip. Keep choosing thoughts that support your wholeness. The magnetic state is not a one-time performance. It is a way of being. It is the daily practice of returning to yourself. Say with me now, I act with confidence. Then I receive with ease. What is meant for me can find me without force. I desire, but I do not depend. Again, gently, I act with confidence. Then I receive with ease. What is meant for me can find me without force. I desire, but I do not depend. Let these words enter the subconscious mind. Let them calm the old urgency. Let them remind the inner child that love does not need to be chased and good does not need to be forced. My dear, you are allowed to want a beautiful life. You are allowed to want love, prosperity, health, creativity, comfort, joy, and success. But you are also allowed to be okay now. In fact, that is the secret. When you become okay now, you stop sending out the signal of desperation. You become calm enough to recognize the right door. You become whole enough to receive without clinging. You become peaceful enough to allow life to work with you instead of against your grip. This is the beautiful balance: action and receiving, desire and freedom, intention and surrender, courage and softness. You do your part, and then you let life do what only life can do. So today, stop asking, how can I make this chase me? And begin asking, how can I become so aligned with love that what belongs to me recognizes me? Stop asking, how can I force the result? And begin asking, what step is mine and what timing belongs to life? Stop asking, what if I do not get it? and begin saying, I am whole now, and I welcome what matches my wholeness. This is how everything changes. You no longer chase from lack. You act from confidence. You receive with ease. You desire without depending. And in that spacious, peaceful, magnetic energy, life has room to bring you what is truly meant for you. When you hear this, my dear, it is truly important because these 33 minutes are not about chasing something outside of you. They are about returning to the part of you that forgot how powerful, beautiful, soft, magnetic, and worthy you already are. In these 33 minutes, you are not trying to become someone else. You are not trying to copy another woman's energy, another person's beauty, another person's rhythm, or another person's way of receiving love. You are coming home to your own unique feminine presence, the one that does not beg, does not shrink, does not rush, does not prove, does not over-explain, and does not betray herself to be chosen. For the first 11 minutes, we release. For the next 11 minutes, we rewire. For the final 11 minutes, we embody. And by the end, something inside you begins to understand. I do not need to chase what is meant for me. I do not need to force love. I do not need to control every outcome. I can soften, I can trust, I can receive. This is not laziness. This is healing. This is alignment. This is the moment you call your energy back home. For the first 11 minutes, let us release. Let the body soften. Let the jaw loosen. Let the shoulders drop. Let the stomach stop holding the fear of being left behind. Let the hands unclench. Let the breath move through you like warm light. And now, gently, begin to name what has been living inside you. Perhaps there is guilt. Perhaps there is the guilt of saying no, the guilt of needing rest, the guilt of not being available to everyone, the guilt of no longer being the person who fixes everything. Perhaps there is self-doubt. Perhaps a voice inside still says, am I enough? Am I lovable? Am I too much? Am I too late? Perhaps there is fear of abandonment, the old fear that if you stop giving, stop pleasing, stop chasing, stop proving, someone will leave. My darling, we are not judging these feelings. We are holding them. We are saying, I see you. I understand why you came, but you no longer have to lead my life. These feelings were once trying to protect you. They helped you survive old moments, but they do not have to be your future. Notice where you have been trying to control life in order to feel safe. Maybe you try to control how people respond. Maybe you check messages again and again. Maybe you rehearse conversations. Maybe you give too much, so no one can be disappointed in you. Maybe you stay busy because stillness makes you feel vulnerable. Maybe you try to be perfect, so love will not leave. And now, very gently, say to yourself, I understand. I was trying to feel safe. Do you feel the kindness in that? We are not shaming the old pattern. We are releasing it with compassion. People-pleasing was not weakness. It was a strategy the inner child learned. That child thought, if I am good enough, quiet enough, helpful enough, beautiful enough, useful enough, then maybe I will be loved. Hold that child now. Tell her, you do not have to earn love anymore. You do not have to perform for affection. You do not have to be the rescuer to deserve care. And now repeat softly, I release the need to control everything. I forgive the past and open to the present. Let it move through you again. I release the need to control everything. I forgive the past and open to the present. This is the first doorway. I release what made me chase. For the next 11 minutes, we begin rewiring. This is where you teach the subconscious mind a new identity. Stand before the mirror if you can, or imagine your own face before you. Look into your eyes, not as a critic, not as someone searching for flaws, but as a loving mother looking at a child she adores. Say, I see your beauty. I see your softness. I see your wisdom. I see your intuition. I see your presence. I see how much you have survived. I see how much love you still carry. Do not compare your feminine energy to anyone else's. Your softness may be quiet. Your beauty may be warm. Your magnetism may be gentle. Your power may be peaceful. Your intuition may come as a whisper. Your presence may feel like calm rather than drama. That is beautiful. Unique feminine energy is not a costume. It is not a pose. It is not trying to become more desirable by becoming less yourself. It is the deep relaxation of saying, this is my energy. This is my rhythm. This is my light. I honor it. And now practice receiving. This is so important because many people can give easily, but receiving feels uncomfortable. When someone compliments you, do not reject it. Say, thank you, I receive that. When someone offers help and it feels safe, do not immediately push it away. Pause and ask, can I allow this? When life gives you an opportunity, do not shrink and say, who am I to receive this? Say, perhaps this is mine. Perhaps good is safe for me now. Receiving is a skill. Receiving is a new nervous system language. Receiving tells the subconscious mind, I do not have to earn every drop of love through exhaustion. I can be cared for. I can be supported. I can allow good. Let the feminine part of you soften into this. Let her stop proving. Let her stop apologizing for wanting beauty, comfort, love, prosperity, protection, pleasure, tenderness, and peace. Say slowly, I am a magnet for love, prosperity, and beautiful opportunities. Again, I am a magnet for love, prosperity, and beautiful opportunities. Let the words settle into your body. I allow myself to be loved, protected, and cared for. For the final 11 minutes, we embody. This means we stop only thinking the affirmation and begin living in the feeling. Close your eyes and imagine yourself seated on a throne of peace, not a throne of pride, not a throne above others, a throne of inner dignity. You are not chasing, you are not begging, you are not checking whether someone has chosen you. You are not leaning forward with anxious hunger. You are sitting in your own life, in your own body, in your own worth. Your spine is soft but steady. Your heart is open but protected by wisdom. Your hands are relaxed. Your face is peaceful. You are no longer asking, will they pick me? You are asking, does this honor the woman I am becoming? This is a very different energy. This is wholeness. Now feel love coming toward you, not because you forced it, but because your heart is open to healthy love. Feel money and opportunity coming toward you, not as something you must chase from fear, but as something that can meet your prepared, receptive, worthy energy. Feel kindness coming toward you. Feel respect coming toward you. Feel support coming toward you. Feel the universe saying, at last, you are no longer running in every direction. At last, you are here. At last, there is space for good to enter. Do not make the feeling dramatic. Make it peaceful. The magnetic state is not always excitement. Very often, it is calm, certainty. It is satisfaction before proof. It is gratitude before the package arrives. It is the quiet knowing, I am whole now, and what matches my wholeness is finding me. Give thanks now. Thank the universe for the love already forming. Thank life for the opportunities already moving. Thank your body for carrying your energy. Thank your heart for healing. Thank your inner child for surviving. Thank the old patterns for teaching you what you no longer need to repeat. And thank yourself for coming back home. Say softly, I feel whole now, and life responds to my wholeness. Again, I feel whole now, and life responds to my wholeness. Let this be the final imprint of these 33 minutes. You are no longer the person who chases from lack. You are no longer the child trying to earn love. You are no longer the one who betrays herself to be chosen. You are becoming the woman who releases, rewires, and embodies. You act with confidence. You receive with ease. You desire, but you do not depend. You love, but you do not lose yourself. You open, but you do not abandon your wisdom. My dear, this is how everything begins to chase you, not because you manipulate life, but because you stop running away from yourself. When your energy returns home, your light becomes clear. When your light becomes clear, what is aligned can recognize you. Love can recognize you. Prosperity can recognize you. Beautiful opportunities can recognize you. Peace can recognize you. And you can recognize them too, because you are no longer blinded by desperation. So breathe now. Sit on your throne of peace. Let the old chasing dissolve. Let the new receiving begin. I release what made me chase. I allow myself to be loved, protected, and cared for. I feel whole now, and life responds to my wholeness. I want to share something personal with you, my dear. For a long time, many of us were taught that love means giving more, explain more, try more, forgive faster, wait longer, text again, prove again, smile again, pretend again. We were taught that if someone became distant, we should become more available. If someone became cold, we should become warmer. If someone gave very little, we should somehow become more loving, more patient, more understanding, more beautiful, more useful, more impressive, until finally they would see our value. And one day, after giving and giving and giving, we realize something very tender and very painful. We have been trying to fill an emptiness inside ourselves with another person's attention. We have been using overgiving as a way to avoid sitting with the ache within. We have been saying, "Please choose me," when what the soul was really asking was, "Will you finally choose yourself?" And this is where healing begins, not when someone else changes, not when someone finally apologizes, not when someone suddenly understands everything you tried to explain. Healing begins when you stop pouring your life force into a place that cannot receive you, and you gently bring that energy back home. I do not overgive to be chosen. I choose myself first. There is a little space that appears when you stop over-investing. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. You may want to fill it quickly with another message, another explanation, another favor, another apology you do not owe, another attempt to make the connection feel safe. But the space is not your enemy. The space is where you meet yourself again. It is where you hear the part of you that has been whispering, "I am tired. I do not want to chase anymore. I do not want to keep proving that I am lovable. I do not want to keep giving from fear." Do not run from that space. Sit with it. Breathe into it. Place your hand over your heart and say, "Darling, I am here now. I know you were afraid to be left. I know you thought if you gave enough, they would stay. But we do not need to abandon ourselves to keep anyone close." The emptiness begins to soften when it is met with love. It begins to fill from within when you stop using someone else as the only source of your worth. You can make tea, you can walk outside, you can journal, you can dress yourself with care, you can return to your own dreams, you can become present in your own life again. Overgiving often looks loving from the outside, but if you look beneath it, you may find fear. Fear of being forgotten, fear of being replaced, fear of being misunderstood, fear of not being enough. And when fear is the fuel, even beautiful actions become heavy. A message sent from love feels peaceful. A message sent from panic drains you. A gift given from fullness feels joyful. A gift given to secure someone's affection leaves resentment behind. A conversation held from clarity feels clean. A conversation held because you are desperate to be validated often leaves you emptier than before. So, before you give more, pause. Ask yourself, am I giving because my heart is open, or because I am afraid I will not be chosen? This question is a doorway. It brings you back into consciousness. It reminds you that you do not need to purchase love with exhaustion. You are allowed to give from overflow, not from self-abandonment. And now we must talk about silence, because silence can be one of the most misunderstood forms of self-respect. Some people use silence to punish, to manipulate, to make others anxious, to play a little game of power. That is not the silence I am speaking of. I am speaking of peaceful silence, sacred silence. The silence that arrives when you have spoken enough, explained enough, tried enough, and your words are no longer being honored. There comes a time when another explanation does not create understanding. It only drains your spirit. There comes a time when repeating your pain to someone who refuses to hear it becomes another wound. There comes a time when the most loving thing you can do is withdraw your energy, not with hatred, but with dignity. My silence protects my peace. This silence says, I will no longer argue for my value. It says, I will not keep handing my heart to someone who keeps dropping it. It says, I do not need to convince anyone to treat me with kindness. It says, I am choosing the quiet where my soul can hear itself again. Do you feel the difference? This is not coldness. This is clarity. This is not rejection. This is self-return. This is not playing hard to get. This is no longer being willing to lose yourself in order to be held incorrectly. And sometimes, yes, silence becomes a mirror. When you stop chasing, the other person finally sees the space your energy used to fill. When you stop rescuing, they must meet their own choices. When you stop explaining, they must sit with what they already know. But that is not why you become silent. You do it because peace has become more important than being understood by someone committed to misunderstanding you. There is such power in not answering every provocation. There is such peace in not defending every part of yourself to people who have already decided what they want to believe. There is such dignity in saying, I do not need to participate in this pattern anymore. The old self may panic at first. The old self may say, but what if they leave? What if they forget me? What if they think I do not care? And the loving adult within you can answer, if someone only stays when I am over-giving, over-explaining, and over-functioning, then they are not staying with the real me. They are staying with my wound. That is a brave truth. It may make you sad, and that is all right. Let the sadness move through. But do not use sadness as an excuse to return to self-betrayal. Let sadness wash the old pattern out of you. Let it make you softer, not smaller. When you become whole, everything begins to change. And I want to be very clear, my dear. Wholeness does not mean you never want love. It does not mean you never desire money, opportunity, tenderness, companionship, success, beauty, or support. Wholeness means you are no longer begging these things to save you from yourself. You have a life of your own. You have joy of your own. You have a path, a body, a mind, a home, a rhythm, a dream, a softness, a strength, a sacred inner relationship with life. You are no longer standing in the world saying, please rescue me. You are saying, I am already becoming. I am already alive. I am already worthy. I welcome what honors me, but I do not collapse without it. That is magnetic. Not because you are pretending not to care, but because your energy is no longer leaking into every place that once triggered your fear. I become whole, and what belongs to me comes naturally. A whole person is deeply attractive because they are not trying to pull life toward them with anxiety. They are living. They are tending their garden. They are working on their dreams. They are blessing their body. They are receiving rest. They are laughing when joy comes. They are crying when tears come. They are saying no when no is loving. They are saying yes when yes is true. They are not perfect, but they are present. Their life is not built around being chosen by one person. Their life is a beautiful home, and love is invited to enter as a blessing, not as a rescue mission. Money, opportunity, kindness, and support are more easily received by someone who has made space inside. When you are full of panic, everything that comes close feels like something you might lose. When you are rooted in worth, what comes can be enjoyed, blessed, and allowed. So do not become the person who needs to be rescued. Become the person who is shining. And shining does not mean showing off. It means returning to your own light. It means taking the energy you spent checking, chasing, proving, and explaining, and putting it back into your life. Put it into your health. Put it into your work. Put it into your creativity. Put it into your room. Put it into learning. Put it into beauty. Put it into your friendships. Put it into your body. Put it into your mourning. Put it into your peace. Every time you invest in yourself instead of over-investing in someone else's uncertainty, your frequency changes. You become less available for crumbs because you are feeding yourself a real meal. You become less fascinated by mixed signals because your own signal becomes clear. And if you feel the urge to overgive today, pause and bless yourself. Say, what am I trying to earn? If the answer is love, give love to yourself first. If the answer is safety, place a hand on your heart and breathe. If the answer is validation, look in the mirror and say, I see you, I approve of you, I choose you. If the answer is fear of loss, say, what is meant for me will not require me to abandon myself. Then choose one action that brings you back home. Do not send the extra message. Do not write the long explanation. Do not give more to someone who has not respected what you already gave. Do something for your own life. Drink water, walk, create, rest, clean one little corner. Write a page, put on music, pray, laugh, stretch. Let the space become yours again. You may be surprised what happens when you stop filling the gaps. Some things will fall away. Let them. Some people will reveal that they only enjoyed what you provided, not who you are. Let that truth set you free. Some relationships may become healthier because your boundary teaches a new rhythm. Let that unfold naturally. Some new opportunities may come because your energy is no longer trapped in old patterns. Receive them with gratitude. And most importantly, you will meet yourself. You will discover that the emptiness you feared is not empty at all. It contains your voice, your intuition, your creativity, your softness, your power, your future, your life waiting for you to return. Say softly now, I do not overgive to be chosen. I choose myself first. My silence protects my peace. I become whole, and what belongs to me comes naturally. Again, slower. I do not overgive to be chosen. I choose myself first. My silence protects my peace. I become whole, and what belongs to me comes naturally. Let these words enter the places that used to chase. Let them comfort the child who thought love had to be earned. Let them remind the adult within you that dignity is safe, peace is safe, and receiving is safe. My dear, when you stop over-investing, you are not losing love. You are making room for healthy love. When you choose silence, you are not disappearing. You are returning to your own energy. When you become whole, you do not push life away. You become a clearer place for life to meet you. So let the old chasing end here. Let the old performance soften. Let the old fear be held with compassion. And let the new self rise quietly, beautifully, without apology. You are not here to beg for love. You are here to become love. You are not here to be rescued. You are here to shine. And what belongs to your wholeness will find you in divine right time. And my dear, if these words have touched something inside you, if some part of your heart is ready to stop chasing, stop begging, stop overgiving, stop proving, and finally come home to yourself, then write this declaration now. I am the magnet. Write it not as a performance, not as a little phrase on a screen, but as a promise to your own soul. Let it mean, I am calling my energy back. Let it mean, I no longer abandon myself to be chosen. Let it mean, I am becoming whole, and what belongs to my wholeness can find me naturally. And if you feel guided, write one thing you are no longer chasing: love, approval, money, timing, attention, validation, or someone who cannot meet you with peace. Then write one thing you are choosing instead: self-respect, softness, healing, abundance, joy, rest, confidence, or divine timing. Let your comment become a little doorway. Let it be the moment you tell your subconscious mind, we are not living from lack anymore. We are not performing for love anymore. We are returning to our own light. And as you write, I am the magnet, breathe deeply. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your heart come back into your body. Feel the old hunger beginning to dissolve. You do not have to run after what is meant for you. You do not have to lose yourself to be loved. You do not have to become smaller to keep anyone close. You are worthy now. You are magnetic now. You are enough now. Listen to this again whenever you feel tempted to chase. Let these words remind you of who you are. I am whole. I am loved. I am chosen by life. I am the magnet. Life loves you, and so do I.